Howdy, howdy.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, here they come. So good. Um, I just had some spinach. I'm gonna go get it out of my teeth and I'll be right back.
We are recording.
Thank you.
Heidi meant to say that.
I can just set this on
Are you sure it's on mute?
recording. That's my note.
Yes.
So remind me, make sure I say that again when I come right back after I check. Oop, I'm muted.
They're so nice. We don't know if we're on mute. Oh, we are. Okay. What's this? Oh. How do we see everybody? Switch.
G, can you hear me?
Recording.
Hi. Someone say something? Yes. Has
Welcome
anyone
back.
ever been getting ready for a Zoom meeting and got a mint? I just did. Don't want you to be offended by my spinach, etc. Breath.
I do it every time. Every time.
I put some chapstick on too. Now I'm ready. Okay. Well, I think some folks are going to keep coming, keep showing up. If you just joined us, we are recording this meeting, so now you know. Feel free to remind us that periodically if other people jump in. Yay! Well, we have a pretty good little agenda to get through, but I'd love to hear from you. It doesn't have to be from everyone, but a few people. Tell me where you are right now. Are you in Missoula, Montana, or are you scattered elsewhere? Where are you?
I'm in Missoula, Montana.
Thank you.
I'm hiding in my staircase from my toddler.
Good.
Missoula, Montana.
Missoula, baby.
Missoula.
Missoula, Montana.
Missoula.
We're like close enough to reach out and touch one another almost. Is there anyone who's not in Missoula, Montana?
I'm in California dropping my sister off, so.
So California and Regan, Ellie's in California. Regan, where are you? No, I did it backwards.
I'm in Washington. I'm in Vancouver, Washington.
Ellie's in Washington. Regan's in California, dropping off her sister. Amazing. Is there anyone else who's not yet in Missoula?
I'm in New Mexico.
New Mexico. Was that Maria? Good, thank you. Good. Okay, well, we're close. We are really close. Oh, I just found out there's more people over here. Little clicky thing. I've been away from Zoom for a while, which feels awesome. So it also feels a little clunky right now, but more so, it feels awesome to have been away from Zoom. So forgive me if I stumble on the Zoomy stuff. But I think we should go ahead and get started going through our list. I want to make sure, let's see, I think, does everyone have a name on their screen? I just real quickly, it'll be short and sweet. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your name. And if you're hang on, there's a thing on my screen. If you want to tell us if you're a dance major or a dance minor or dance enthusiast, any of those things, all of those things, that would be great. And your name. That's it. Just short and sweet like that. I'll give you a shout out according to the little boxes on my screen. So you might be able to tell if I'm getting close to you. I don't know. All the boxes could be completely different. But I'm actually going to start with Brooklyn and Aaron, and then I'm going to go through my screen. Aaron McDaniel, will you tell us who you are?
I'm Erin McDaniel. I'm the program coordinator for the School of Theater and Dance. So I'm the company manager for this group of humans right here and the other groups of humans who are getting together later in the week. Hiya, my lobby is in my office is in the lobby.
Perfect. Brooklyn.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Brooklyn Draper. I'm one of the dance faculty, aka a dance major / minor for life.
Committed. And I'm Heidi, dance faculty, dance major, dance enthusiast for life. I even sang that in a meeting today. We were introducing ourselves, and it came out in song, but I said dance advocate. I was like, that was weird, but whatever. I'm just excited to be in real rooms with real people, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna holler out some names, and you can just tell us what brought you to this meeting today. Maria.
Hi, I'm Maria. I'm a dance major and a sophomore.
Perfecto. Thank you. Hannah.
Hey, my name is Hannah, and I am a junior dance major.
Excellent. And both of these gals are they're majoring in other things as well. P.S. If you want to include that, you can. And also, just right now in front of everyone, Hannah, I'm going to reply to your text because I got it and I answered it in my head and I didn't send it to you. Yes, you're on my agenda to talk about dance club. It was already on the list. So thanks for getting that just now. Okay. Bella.
Hi, I'm Bella, and I am a senior dance major.
Elizabeth Ellsworth.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth. Yes, you can call me Liz. This is my first semester as a theater major, so I will be taking a dance class.
Yay.
As part of it.
Welcome.
I'm excited.
And you go by Liz.
Yes, you can call me Liz.
Perfect.
I will probably respond to a lot of other things as well, like this. This is
great. Ellie.
Hello, I am Ellie, and I am a sophomore dance major.
Okay. Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm a transfer student, and I just love dance, so that's why I'm here today.
Welcome. Yay. Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm a super senior and I'm a dance major.
Yay. Glad you're here. Daria.
Hello, I am Daria. I am an incoming musical theater major and I'm hoping to minor in dance. So that's why I'm here. And I saw this meeting said dance, so I just popped on.
Perfect. Glad you did. Yay. Danielle.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I'm a sophomore musical theater major and just love dance. So.
Glad you're here. Brenna.
Hi, I'm Brenna. I am a freshman dance major.
Woo-hoo. And I see a screen that says Haley and Jordan.
Hi, I'm Haley and I'm a dance minor.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm a dance major.
Yay! And are you?
Oh, and we're both freshmen.
Oh yeah,
we're both freshmen.
Yay! Glad you're both here. G.
Hi, everybody. I'm G. I'm a senior dance major.
Yay. Matthew.
Hi, I'm Matthew. I'm a sophomore dance major.
Yay. Zoe.
Hi, I'm Zoe. I'm an incoming freshman / transfer student dance major.
Glad you're here. She was painting outside the building today. It's a real sighting. I really saw her. Noelle.
Hi, I'm Noelle. I'm also in the group of super seniors, and I am a dance major and a journalism major.
Yay. Mark.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Mark, and I am a sophomore dance major.
Yay. Julia.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia, and I'm from Brazil. I am a dance major, and I'm technically a sophomore, but it's my first year in person, so.
Woo! We're so glad you're here. You made it. Regan.
Hi, my name's Regan, and I'm a junior dance major.
Great. MJ. You're not alone anymore, MJ.
No, he's naked. I'm trying to keep his lower half underneath the camera. Hi, I'm MJ. I'm a 5th year senior and I'm hell or high water graduating. And this is my son, Parker.
Hi,
You say hi?
Hi, Parker. Paige.
Hi, I'm Paige. I'm a freshman this year, and I'm a dance minor with a technical theater major.
Yay, glad you're here. And Kyoko.
Hello, my name is Kyoko. I am an exchange student from Japan. I'm here for 1 semester to take a couple of dance and acting classes. Nice to see you.
Welcome, welcome. Steven.
Hello, I'm Stefan. I am a junior musical theater major.
And that's your house behind you. And there's your cat.
Yeah. I'm just home here in Missoula, just waiting for next Monday.
Yay. Good. Good to see you. Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I am a sophomore dance major.
Yay. Liana.
Hi, I'm Liana. I'm a transfer sophomore, and I'm a dance major.
Yay. Chloe. Of course, I call your name when you're taking a bite of food. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm Chloe. I'm a senior. And I'm a dance major.
Yay. Sophie.
Hello, my name is Sophie. I am a senior and I am at work. So if I disappear, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a deal.
Look at the giggle box.
Yes.
Cassie.
Hi, I'm Cassie, and I'm a sophomore in musical theater.
Yay. Good. Okay. On my screen, it looks like I got everyone. Did I miss anyone? You have to holler real loud at me. All right. Great. Okay. So these are some people that you'll be dancing with this semester, this year. Super exciting, and it'll be even more exciting when we see each other in person. But this is a good way to catch as many people as we could right now while there's so much going on getting ready for the academic year. So a few things that I wanted to chat about. We're moving back into our studios, our dance studios. It's been a while. It's been a long while. It's been so long that our second year students haven't been in our dance studios, as a matter of fact. So holy guacamole. That just gave me something like chills all through my whole body to think that you'll finally get to be in our spaces. I'm mentioning this because it's a big deal. I'm mentioning this because we're doing a few things in the studios to make sure that they're ready for us, because it's been a long time since we've been in there. And one of those things is we've purchased some big fancy air purifiers, like portable units. And we're not going to go dancing in there until we get them. We're going to get them next week, but I don't know what day. We might go in and have a chat kind of meeting. That would be okay. If it feels like it's, if the order is going to be delayed, we'll dance outside. And it's just because of the way we breathe, the deep breathing and sharing all that respiratory air and all that. I want to make sure the room is right. We've waited this long. We can wait a couple more days. But plan to, unless you hear otherwise from any of your instructors, plan to meet in those designated spaces as it says on your schedule. So having said that, Modern 3 with Brooklyn, we have a project for you on the first day of class. I'm just gonna tell you right now, we're gonna be like retaping some floors and moving some furniture around and things like that and going through some costume boxes. Okay, I'm putting you to work immediately. And even if you're not in that class on Monday, is it at 11, Brooklyn? Monday at 11? And you just want to kind of be in the hustle bustle, you're welcome to come. So Monday at 11, it's right after Modern 2 is when Modern 3 happens. So if you're in Modern 2 and you want to stick around and kind of get to know some of these dancers, you're welcome to do that. But we really are going to do go through some costumes and clean the floors and things like that. And then the big fancy air purifying systems will hopefully be in midweek, and then we can get the dancing going. So just wanted to plant that seed so you are prepared for that. I hope that you know this. There was officially determined a mask mandate for classrooms on campus. That makes us in the dance and the theater faculty really happy because it feels safe. Just until we're ready to not be masked, better safe than sorry. And again, the way we use our breath, the way we share air and share space is different than maybe other places on campus. So that's really important. And we're going to value that and we're going to honor that. And luckily, our Dean Bayavsky, is definitely on our side with that. And she has designated the entire PAR TV as classroom space. So it's not just the more traditional classrooms and our studios and our shops and our theaters, but all of our spaces in this building. So, and that will be true for all of the College of Arts and Media buildings, because we use space differently. So just plan to be masked when you enter the building. So just want to put that out there. There will be some other protocols that we're still kind of ironing out about how we keep the doors open to encourage good air circulation and flow. And we'll be ending classes a few minutes early to do some cleaning and again to open some doors and get some air exchange in there. So all of that will come, and just be ready for that. And likely we'll say that those are the protocols for the semester, but it could change in any direction, and we'll be ready and we'll be flexible with that. So just want to say thanks in advance for understanding and your cooperation and all that. Any of you that were here last year, things hopefully won't be that dramatic the way we're moving around and shifting, but we've learned how to be ready. We are pivot ready. We can pivot turn, we can kickball change, we can be ready for anything. It's in our nature. Okay, so yeah, the protocol for classes again. We're still ironing out some details. Brooklyn and I are excited to meet with more dance faculty on Thursday, and we're going to really hash out exactly what our expectations are for how we move around the space and how close together we are and things like that. I trust and value their wisdom so much. I don't want to put anything in writing until we talk to all of the dance faculty. So that is still pending, but we'll fill you in. We'll let you know. And I don't, they're not going to be any big surprises. And some things might be looser than they have been in the past, and some things might be a little bit more strict or limited. So that's okay because we're in our spaces. We're really glad to be on good floors with clean Marley and lights and things like that that we rely pretty heavily on, and it's going to make your bodies feel better to be in these dance studios. So more information on that forthcoming, but I'm rearranging some of my notes here. We're going to be putting on, we have a production schedule for the school. We have a production calendar. Shows are scheduled. Again, we're ready for things to shift as necessary, and we're so dedicated to that expectation that we've decided to not even sell any tickets till October to any of our ticket bearing shows. We're just waiting so that we have as much information as possible, and we're making safe choices, and we're allowing as many people into our spaces, our theaters, as is appropriate. So we don't want to make too many limits too early, you know, and then change it, or we just want to stay safe. So with that, probably per show, we'll kind of be unveiling and revealing what the audience performer relationship is, like how we share space, or, you know, masks and not masks and all that kind of stuff. It's really yet to be determined, but it is our hopes and plans right now. We're planning on having audience members in the theaters where we are performing. That is the plan. What was I going to say? Yes, that's our plan. Oh, I was going to show you, in case you have, I just want to show you what the season looks like for this semester. Would you like to see that for our whole school? I'm going to share screen like this. Oh gosh, I don't want you to see too many things on here. Okay. Because it's a mess. Okay. So this, can you see if it says fall 2021 comeback season? It's not even the whole year. We're only talking about one semester at a time right now. But Dancers on Location will be happening the first Saturday in October. So we're really excited to bring that back to a Saturday matinee so that hopefully a lot of people can come. If you're not familiar with that production, actually, Brooklyn, do you want to talk about what Dance on Location looks like? Or feels like? Smells like?
It smells like the outdoors. Yeah, Dance on Location is throughout campus at different locations, and it is students who are enrolled in Creative Practice 1. So they will be choreographing for Dance on Location. And yeah, like Heidi said, it'll be on a Saturday, which will make it a little more accessible for audience members to join in. And you'll hear more information as we get closer.
Perfect. Thank you. Haunted is going to be a design experience, kind of like a haunted house walkthrough museum thing that we've never done before. We're really excited about that. That'll happen also in October. The theater program is designing this devised theater piece in the community, verbatim celebrating resilience. So that's happening. And I'm not sure I'm going in chronological order, but I'm going to try now. What was the screen dance? Was it did we call it a festival? I don't remember what we called it, Brooklyn, last year, but
Dance, right? Dance Underground was what it was last year.
Oh yeah, it was Dance Underground. There you go. Will you introduce Dance Film Fest?
Yes. So Dance Film Festival will be a screen dance festival similar to Dance Underground, those of you who were here last year. You'll receive information next week, most likely, about proposals and sending that in if you're interested on choreographing for the Dance Film Festival. And it will stream online But what's really exciting about this year is that there will be a live screening in the UC Theater. So we can all kind of come together and celebrate the premiere of Dance Film Festival and who have, you know, choreographed for it and performed for it as well. Very exciting.
It is. It's a great, I just love that we can watch it together, you know, and see it. And if you're not familiar with the UC Theater, like a big, giant, humongous screen, you're going to see these dances. It's going to be really lovely. So that is forthcoming. And then Fabled, which if you were around in the spring, we were just shorthand calling it 10-minute musicals, but it's really a series of short 10-minute-ish fabled musicals and also 2 original dance pieces that will be themed on fables, each of those. So that is our first housed in a theater kind of theater presentation in the Montana, and it really is representing our full school with these musicals and with dance pieces. I'm going to talk about the audition process in a minute and some guest artists in a minute, and so you'll hear about who's choreographing for Fabled when we talk about that. And then to close out the semester, Dance Up Close will be in the Masker, and the choreographers are our very own junior and senior dance majors presenting their junior and or senior projects, their thesis capstone-y things. So that's what's happening this semester. Do you have any questions about that before I dig into auditions? Okay, well then we're just gonna keep on going. Okay, so exciting. So the audition, hopefully you got this notice either directly from me or from Erin, who's been sending this out on the majors list, but it's more than majors and minors, and I don't know who all's on that list, but September 7th will be the dance audition. In that single audition, you will be auditioning for many of these productions that we just presented on that screen. You will be auditioning for the Dance Film Fest to be selected for pieces in the Dance Film Fest. You'll be auditioning to be in pieces that are in Dance Up Close. You can be auditioning for pieces that are part of the Fabled collection of musicals and or dance pieces. You will also be partially auditioning for part of the Dance in Concert production that will be in the spring. Some of those projects are going to begin this fall and carry over into the spring semester, and then others will be isolated to the spring. And then lastly, you will also be auditioning, and you get to select these things. You don't have to audition for all of these. You get to choose and select, or you can say all of them. Opportunity to work with Bear Bait Dance, a professional dance company here in Missoula, representing all of Montana. We're so lucky that they're here, and we're really kind of trying to redefine what our relationship with them is. It's always been great. We love each other, but we actually rely on one another quite a bit in different ways as a school and a program and as a professional company. So Joy French is Bear Bait Dance, and she's going to be joining us here in a few minutes. So when she gets on, we'll have her talk a little bit more about what that will look like. So we're trying something new, this Fabled project with choreographers. We have put a call out to local choreographers in the community, many of which are alums of our program and school, and we're asking them to send us proposals, and we're going to do a selection process. It will be an auditioned or selected, adjudicated process with professionals in the community, and so we're going to hire them. They're going to actually get money to choreograph those 2 Fabled dance pieces. So that's something that we've never done directly in this way, and it's really hoping and hoping to support recent alums and advocating for them and trying to make sure that they're getting work in the field, in the business, right here in Missoula. So we're pretty excited about that. By the time we get to the auditions on September 7th, we'll know who those choreographers are, and you'll get a chance to meet them, at least on paper, and see them at the audition. So the pieces, if anyone sees Joy French jump on, will you let me know? Because I want to use her time wisely. Thanks. There will be some faculty projects that will be in concert in the spring, and those are the ones that I mentioned will carry over from the fall semester to the spring semester. And that just means that you need to be aware of that commitment that you're making now and make sure it's something that you can follow through with all the way till March. We don't even have the exact dates yet, but March for Dance in Concert. So I can announce those choreographers if you're interested. Brooklyn Draper and Heidi Eggert, and guest local celebrities. Joy French is going to make a piece for concert, as is Faith Morrison, who is an alum of this program, and she was a guest artist a few years ago. So I'm not sure if this entourage of dancers, a few of you know her, but you'll get to know her. And she's also teaching ballet and dance history this semester. So we're really excited about that. One more big piece that we are working on is that we are planning to have a guest artist from outside of Missoula, yet to be determined, come visit us in January. And this is our ideal proposal. We have a lot to iron out, like who, for example, but we have some solid plans and visions. Have this guest come in to Missoula and to our building and our school the last week of winter break in January and do an intensive rehearsal process. So we will cast this before the fall semester is over, so you can make plans to come back a week early if you leave town over winter break. And that way you can work for 5 or 8 or 10 hours a day, whatever we determine. We won't take too much advantage of you. We'll let you rest, but in really concentrated chunks, so you can be making a piece in a week or so. And then we want them to stay into the beginning of the semester so everyone else gets to meet them and take classes with them and have a meet the artist and a preliminary showing of the new work that's being created. So that's our big vision for January and the beginning of the spring semester. And that piece would be premiered in concert here next semester. And then we have Brooklyn and I are, man, we can come up with ideas. Let me tell you what, it's just trying to figure out how to get them all done. But we have lots of ideas. We have good ideas about other things that will be in concert as well. So I don't want to talk about next semester's productions other than that one, because it's directly related to rehearsal, the audition and rehearsal process that's this semester. What did I forget about that, Brooklyn?
Nothing. It was perfect.
Oh my gosh, you're so generous. All the details for the audition will be coming to you, I believe, on Monday. The first day of school is when we're going to make all of that information ready for you. It's essentially going to be like a box. You're going to get a link to that box, and inside that box is going to be everything you need for the audition. We're following the format that we did last spring, even including doing it in Schreiber 202. So we're going to go back over there just because it can house a lot of bodies, and that feels safe, and we feel good about that. So you will receive dance material ahead of time. And G, who's here, and Bella, who's here, and Jake, who I haven't seen on here, are presenting phrase work, and MJ, who's here, she's gonna give an improvisational score. So you'll get this information ahead of time so you can learn the material on your own. You'll have a week to learn it. And then the actual audition will be live. So we'll have you sign up for a time slot. Every 20 minutes or so, we'll bring in about a dozen dancers. You'll do the phrases, you'll get a couple times to do it. You'll do the jazz phrase twice, you'll do the ballet phrase twice, you'll do the modern phrase twice. MJ will introduce the improv score, And then we say, thank you very much. Adios. Take off your number and have a good night. And then the next group will come in and do the same thing. So all the choreographers for all these productions that we've mentioned will either be present in the room to watch the live audition most of the choreographers will be there for sure, but we'll also film these auditions for anyone who can't be there, or when we decide on limits of like reasonable space. The film fest folks, I don't think we're going to have those choreographers in the room with us. Is that true, Brooklyn? We might just send them videos of everything. Does that sound right?
They might be there, but might not.
Yeah, we haven't decided that part yet, but at least most of the choreographers will be present, and then others will get to see videos of the audition process. And this is the dance portion. If you are auditioning for Fabled, the musical, whole conglomerate of all the musical pieces, this is the dance portion of auditioning for those musicals as well. So that'll be one of the itemized things on the big list. Oh, did Erin McDaniel just pop back on? Hi. Or is she here the whole time?
I never went anywhere.
You just popped off my screen. Well, I'm glad you popped back on. I like seeing your face. Okay, so that's what the audition process will be, and you'll get all that information on Monday. And we'll talk about it in classes too. So if you're registered for even one dance class, you will hear about it. And sometimes we even sneak practice the dance phrases because it's fun. Why not? So we'll see how that goes. Okay, that is the audition process. What questions do you have about that? We may not know yet, but we can at least tell you if we do or not. Okay. Just gonna keep on going.
We have questions.
Oh, yes, Haley and Jordan. Jordan.
Oh, okay. I have a question. So are we allowed to use the studios outside of classes to like practice them and stuff?
Yeah, that is a great question. Maybe I had not considered that yet. So I'm going to write that down on my piece of paper here as something for us to figure out, because the studios, they do have available time because we're not in rehearsals yet. Right. So that makes sense. Let's just figure out a format for making that happen. So Jordan, great question. Studio space. Great. Other questions? Okay. Great. That is a good one, Jordan. Great. So I mentioned we're going to be putting together a more solid kind of ideas framework for how we're managing our classes. We're also going to do that for rehearsals, so that each choreographer is going to submit to us, to Brooklyn, me and Brooklyn. We're going to talk about this at the end of the meeting. Hey, wait, when we're done, juniors and seniors, I want you to stay a little bit longer. PS. Okay, so we can talk more about these details I'm about to mention. All the choreographers are going to give a choreographic proposal, just a couple of sentences about what their piece is going to be about. So everyone auditioning has some information on what the pieces are. Normally we do this live, right? We sit around in a big circle and each choreographer gets to take a moment to say what their project is. So that'll be in writing, and everyone can read it before or after the audition. Additionally, part of that description, so choreographers, you can be thinking about it. If you are hoping to have close proximity and contact, physical contact, use of touch in your piece, we will have that described in the description. And then if people are not interested in that, that will also be described along with the piece. So those of you that are auditioning understand what the implications are, and you can be taking care of yourself and what your comfort level is at this point in our masked world. Rehearsals will be masked because they're in our building, in our spaces. We don't know about performances yet. We'll figure that out later. But choreographers, you can be thinking about that now, what you are seeing in your mind and feeling in your body. And everyone auditioning, you can be thinking about what your level of protection is for yourself, emotionally, physically, health, so all of that. So just wanted to put that out there. We don't have it all defined yet, but we will by the time we see you next week. Does that make sense? Because last year we did our darndest to choreograph without touch. That's rough, not impossible, but that's a fine option. But if, maybe let's not make it required this year. That's what we're thinking. Anyway, we'll talk more about it. But that's what I'm talking about. Guest artists. Oh, there's going to be, Brooklyn and I are imagining kind of like a touring opportunity this year that will double as a recruitment opportunity for high school students in Montana, which will double as maybe teaching opportunities for some of you who go out on location and do a lecture demonstration or a small performance and just get to know some of the dancers around the state. We really definitely don't have that ironed out, but we're thinking about it and we're super excited about it. And just the idea of taking some road trips would be way cool. So that's something that will be maybe built into some of the technique classes, some of that working on that, not as extensively necessarily as what we did last year with the Dance Celebrates community, but like a smidgen of that, bringing that back into our process of our technique classes. If we do these tours, you'll also get a touring credit or something like that. We have to iron that out because we don't know what we're doing yet, but you'll get credit for this time outside of the studio as well, this dedicated time. So just letting you know we're thinking about it. And we might be asking you questions like, what brought you to the University of Montana so that you could be dancing? Or was it after you got to the University of Montana that you started dancing? These are questions we really need to be asking more overtly, and then translating that information back out to getting more dancers here. It seems like a lot of people in Montana don't know that you can dance in college. That's a crime. We have to let them know. It's our job to let them know they can do their art and go to school. Whether they're the same exactly or they are side by side, I think a lot of dancers in Montana just don't even know that they can keep dancing. So we're on a mission. We're going to shout it from the mountaintops, y'all. So we'll be taking ideas on that. When Joy gets here, she'll talk about BBD. Hannah, do you want to take a minute, or anyone? There's several of you here in this meeting who have been involved heavily in ASUM Dance Club, and we want to introduce that to the rest of you right now, and it makes sense that it comes from the students.
Yeah, thanks, Heidi. Again, my name is Hannah, and I am this year's dance club president. So that's cool. So dance club is like super duper fun. If you want to be a bigger part of it, as in like a leadership role, or just a small part of it, or just want to like learn more about it for any of the newbies that have never heard of it before, I'll put my phone number and my email in the chat, and you can just message me and we can like talk about it, or like get coffee and talk about it, like whatever you want. Yeah, just want to know who's interested in working with the dance club this year and helping the dance program become the amazing thing that it already is, but even more. There will be an email in either the majors email or a separate one about the Grizz Hub page with the dance club information on it. Me and G are trying to figure it out right now. It's kind of a new thing, but when we figure it out, we will send it to you hopefully in the midst of the first week of school to figure out how to sign up for that and get more information about that. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything, just shoot me a text or an email and I will happily answer those questions.
Thank you, Hannah. So it is officially part of the, what does ASUM stand for? Associated Student of University of Montana? Maybe? Student government? I don't know. But it's officially, yeah, that was pretty close. So it is officially tied to University of Montana, the actual, student government system. Is Regan vacuuming?
Give me my phone.
maybe. Oh yeah, okay, great. Thanks, Regan. So it's, yeah, the dance club plays a major role in, often in bringing in guest artists, and plays a major role often in us traveling to a regional conference that we love to participate in. The American College Dance Association, ACDA, is a big part of our world, a big part of our lives. We're in the Northwest. There are about 35 schools that participate in this organization in our region. We don't know what's happening this year with ACDA. It's yet to be determined. There is not yet a host for a conference of previously known scale. So, and this is true across the nation. It's not isolated to the Northwest. Everyone's just trying to figure out, where they are and what's going on. So ACDA, as a national organization, is trying to negotiate smaller festivals or 2-day workshops or online, hybrid, live combinations of things. So I will let you know as soon as I know what the plan is for our region. But normally when you hear ACDA, those 4 letters, you get really excited and giddy. And we usually historically travel to a regional conference that kind of changes our lives every year. Every year. Does not disappoint because it's new, it's different. Wow. So we're still a big part of that organization. They are still a big part of our lives. We just don't know in what way yet for this year, this upcoming year. They definitely are doing a screen dance festival again. That was something that started last year and was really well received. And they decided to keep that forever, every year. So that will always people will submit to that festival in January, and then they'll have something in the spring like they did this last year. And that also influenced the decision that Brooklyn and I made about having our film fest. We're just going to do it. We're going to do it every fall. And we're going to make it a regular part of our lives because it was really successful and you guys are gosh darn good at it. And I think you want to keep doing it. That may not be the only thing you want to keep doing by any means. And you don't have to keep doing it, but it should always be an option in this day and age. So we're excited about it. And we will participate in that for sure. Okay, I wasn't even going to talk about ACDA. It wasn't even on my list, but there it is. Something that we do need to talk about, one more thing that is, in my mind, it often lives closely to the ASUM Dance Club, but it doesn't have to. There's often some overlap. Each program in the school, performance and practice, design, technology, and dance, has student representation, has a student rep. And graduates have their blah, blah, blah. Different programs have different numbers of them for different reasons. And we have one. And the primary function, the primary purpose, I guess, function maybe is the right word, that is consistent, is that this is a liaison from students to faculty. If a student or a group of students have concerns or desires, and they may not feel comfortable coming to faculty about it, or if they want to form some kind of formality around it, it would be this dance club or dance program representative that would do this. It's also an opportunity for a student voice to be heard across the school. All the student reps can come together. They can go out and ask questions to their constituents. They get asked the same question and come back with a bunch of answers or a bunch of data. Make it sound real fancy in that way. So that's going to stay the same. Other times there are other things that the representatives elect for themselves. They might come together in the beginning of a year and say, you know what, this is something we're adding to our plate. This is something important to us. We're going to do it. And then sometimes the faculty and the staff come up with silly ideas for them to do, like, why don't you give some awards at a picnic or something? And why don't you plan an event? So sometimes those things happen, but not every year. So there's a lot that's still open. But something we are trying to do tonight, if possible, this is kind of a last minute whim, we're going for it though, if we can elect a dance rep, someone amongst the students there who feel like they can be a voice for their peers, we want you. You're the one that we want. We might invite you to dance faculty meetings, which will be weekly meetings, to really get you involved in our conversations that we can use you as a litmus test. You can tell us, oh, I think the students would prefer A, B, or C. But again, it comes back to being a liaison between the students and the staff and the faculty. Is there anyone who's interested in something like this? There's a little MJ hand right there she's thinking about it. Great. And I'm going to flip. I've got two. Can't always see everyone. Who was that?
Julia, I'm sorry I can't have my video now, but I am interested.
You are interested. I love that. Thank you, Julia.
Okay.
Who else might be interested in something like this? Well, that's two. That's fabulous. So we go through this process at the beginning of each academic year, and it's usually like a blind vote. I don't know how to do that on Zoom. We didn't talk that part through half an hour ago when we were like, let's do it tonight. Erin, Brooklyn, do you have any good ideas?
They could send their votes privately to one of us, maybe?
Yes. Can we do that? Does that feel legit? Erin, is that okay?
Yes, I'm thinking that's the best way.
Okay.
Well, you could
that
have
might be
just a suggestion. You could have one person collect all the votes for one person, and then the other person collect all the votes for the other person.
Mm-hmm.
So one, whoever they vote for, they just send directly to. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. But.
Yes, I think so. Okay. I'm going to keep thinking for a second, but I'm kind of leaning towards, I'm just going to volunteer you, Brooklyn, because you said it. Like, in the chat window, you guys, there's a blue box and you can click on the little upside down triangle and you can send a message to an individual, or you can send the chat to everyone in the meeting. You would scroll down and then it says Brooklyn Draper co-host. Do you see where that option is? I'm just like want to make sure everyone knows how to get to this place if we choose that. Okay, I see a thumbs up. Thank you. Oh God, I love the Zoom thumbs up. I do like that. I do like that about Zoom, the thumbs up, thumbs down thing. Jazz hands, I don't get tired of that. Okay, let's, MJ and Julia, would you mind I know we all recognize that this is off the cuff, that this is improvisation, that you say like a statement about why you're interested in this position, why you're going to do a great job. Clearly, you're both going to do a great job. I know you, but just put it out there into the universe, see what happens. So people, especially people that are new, get to know you a little bit.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna go first. So you guys already know me. My name is Julia, and I just feel like during all of my path coming to the University of Montana, what I had to deal with a lot of connection between people and just making sure, I know what people need and people know what I need. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm very good at doing this, especially because I'm from a different culture. So I had to adapt. I'm very good at adapting when it comes to talk about what people need, because not everybody needs the same thing. And I know this personally. So I just feel like it would be good to have a different perspective. And yeah. Oh, I'm bad at improvising. Sorry, guys. English is hard.
Thank you, Julia. MJ.
Hey, I'm MJ. I've been here a while. I kind of know where the dance people are at. I have a lot of experience in advocating. I actually did about 2 years over at the Disability Advocates Office over as part of the UC. I also work in a parent group. I do a lot of advocating stuff, and I love working with people and making sure everyone is happy and has their needs met.
Well, thank you. Clearly, you can not go wrong. We have amazing and generous volunteers here for this position. We're going to take 30 seconds. Okay, maybe 45 seconds. I'm not sure when it feels right, but it's going to be right around there for you to go to your little chat option. Make sure you pick Brooklyn Draper, and you're going to just write Julia, or you're going to write MJ. On your mark, get set, go. While you're working, I'm going to keep talking. We're not going to reveal it right now so that we can make sure to tally it up. We're not going to like present right here, right now in front of everyone. We'll send it out later tonight or something like that. So no one's put on the spot also. Do you want me to sing Jeopardy music or anything like that? I mean, I sang dance today, so anything's possible. D-A-N-D-A-N-C-E. It's dance, 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 dance. Okay, did you get it done? Because great, you're one person, aren't you? You can. It doesn't only takes like 10 seconds to do that. Okay. Oh, good job. And the voting is closed unless you send Brooklyn a message here before we're done, because they'll just all be sitting in her chat. Okay, and she can save that chat before we leave so she can tally without the pressure of the clock on her or our eyes. Thanks everybody for participating in that. Great. I'm gonna reply to a message here if I remember how to do that. If anyone has to leave, I know a couple people have had to leave. If anyone has to leave, we are recording this. That's a reminder. So we'll send this out and you can just catch whatever you missed at the end. Or if it feels more individual one-on-one, we will touch base soon. Okie dokie. So I'm just putting that out there. So we haven't, I'm gonna text Joy real fast and just make sure she didn't forget. And Erin, what else do we want to talk about before we let people go? Or Brooklyn, what else before we let anyone go? And if Joy can't make it, I'll talk a little bit about Bear Bay.
I think we covered everything. I think everybody has already dialed into the messages that come from you and Brooklyn and the messages that come from me. So that is that's just such a great way to have information from us coming to you in a constant way. So just check your email.
Did you say check your email?
I did say check your email, Heidi.
Oh.
Wait,
your email and your non-UM emails apparently. Check all your emails. What did I do? What did I say wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, no, we're just encouraging what you're saying.
email. Yep. Like if we were in the live majors meeting right now, this is what we would be echoing. We would say, check your email, check your email, check your email.
Check your email.
Yeah. So there, we will have a full school meeting next Tuesday, the second day of classes. Erin, do you know what time? Have we said what time that's going to be?
My guess is that it will be at 5:30.
Just because that's the way it's been in the past. Yeah,
that's the before times of it.
We're working on a live event. Place and time are not dialed in yet, but next Tuesday, and we often cover a lot of the same information, so we're not going to duplicate it. We're just going to send people this video. We're just going to make them watch it. We're not going to duplicate it. We're going to do something a little bit different for that, but we want to make sure that everyone gets to see the all the staff and the faculty and each other in this collective big mass way before we all are working on our individual projects and get so focused in on class. So that will happen next week. If you check your email, we'll let you know where and when. That was my roundabout way of getting to that. Okay, so I didn't hear from Joy just now. I'm sure she's juggling a million things, and probably like running a rehearsal at this class, maybe right now. G, who was here, a senior, she has this incredible opportunity right now. She is working with Bear Bait Dance as a guest performer. So let's hear it up for G. That has happened only occasionally in the past that a current student is getting that professional experience. But Joy and Brooklyn and I think it's really important and an incredible opportunity that we can do here. So we want to keep going with it. We want to go a little bit further. We're taking baby steps with it. We're, seeing what works and whatnot and trying to be mindful of that. So Joy, at the same production audition on September 7th, where you're auditioning for all the different shows on campus, we're making 1 or 2 spots available to be a guest member of Bear Bait Dance. So she's going to have a lot more details on what the commitment is and is it for 1 show or 2. We're doing it per show right now rather than for a full season to make sure that you're still dancing here in our productions. We're not ready to let you go. No, we need you here, but we want you to have that experience. So we're going to be finding the balance of what that means, what that looks like kind of a little bit as we go. So we'll get that information to you before the audition, just like we're getting as everything else ready for you. It'll be in that box folder that we send to you next Monday. But if you have questions about that right now, I can try to answer them in a roundabout or specific way. Does anyone want to ask about that, Bear Bait? Cool. Great. We'll tell you more when we have it. Someone just ding-donged in. Okay. Oh, G's back. So let me see if G wants to say anything about her experience and conversation with Joy, if she gets on here. And then after that, I think we're going to dismiss you, let you get on with your Tuesday night, except for juniors and seniors who can stay, the majors. We'd love to tug on your ear for another minute. But let me just knock on Georgia's door. Hey, Chi, are you there?
Yes, I was driving, but now I'm here.
Hi.
I'm here.
Oh, and Joy just sent me a text. Do you have Joy wasn't here yet, but it looks like she's on her way into the Zoom. Do you have a second to talk about your work with Bear Bait in this summer?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I'm working with Bear Bait for, also, I thought rehearsal started at 6. I'm so early, so I tapped out. But yeah, I'm working with the Fundraising Roadshow project. It's about 5 weeks, 6 weeks of rehearsal, maybe 3 times a week, about 3 hours, 2 hours. And I'm learning so much. Joy's fantastic, and it's great working with the company. And we are lucky enough, at least in the summer right now, to work in Amy Ragsdale's studio, which, if most of you don't know that space, it's beautiful. It's a fabulous opportunity, and I'd suggest it to anyone that has the opportunity to audition to work with them. It's great. Yeah.
Yay. Well, thanks, G. That was a good plug. I was just announcing to them that as part of the audition process on September 7th, there will be additional guest performer opportunities that come forth. Hi, Joy, just in time.
Sorry. Hi, everyone. I apologize for being late, but I'm in a dance studio, so doesn't that make us all happy?
Yes. Yeah. That's what G just said. If you haven't seen Amy Ragsdale's studio, it's really beautiful. So there, ba-bam, that was your cue. Joy showing us the warmth and the love that is that studio. Do you have a couple minutes to just tell us about what you're imagining that would follow this audition on September 7th? What kind of plans do you have, Joy?
Yeah, so we're so excited. Heidi and I have been scheming this relationship between Bearbait and U of M dancers and the department so that we can offer kind of official performance internships for students. And we know that's a lot because you've already had a huge meeting with lots of things I'm sure that you're learning about. But this would be a unique meeting, a unique internship that's for one show. So right now, G is our intern for Roadshow. Yay, G. And she is dancing with us just for Roadshow. And then she's done. She's done in September. And then we have a new show starting rehearsals in September that will go through a performance in January. And then, so that's a little commitment, 1 to 3 days a week, kind of depending on what the availability is for the dancer. And then after that, we have January through April for the final one. So we're looking for 3 different interns for the year, performance kind of internships for the year. G has the first one, and then we're looking for 2 more dancers to really just come in and act as a company member with us and get to know the company and perform with us. Get to know behind the scenes a little bit more, as well as dancing in the community, because I know when I was a student, I only knew my kind of department bubble, which was beautiful. But then especially as you're looking to move on past that, gives you the opportunity to know at least one community and what's going on in the professional world there. So that's what we can offer this year. And you get credits and you get to put on your resume. It's all fancy, amazing. Did I forget anything, Heidi?
No, that's great. Thank you. And I'm sorry to just pull you in, but just even having your presence here feels really important, and for people to see your face, hear your voice, see the beautiful studio, etc.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, good. So I'm going to cut that little snippet of video, and I'm going to keep plugging that along for anyone that wasn't able to be here, and put it in with our audition information. So thank you, Joy. And I think that wraps it up. I think we can let everybody go, but we're going to hold on to the junior and senior dance majors who can stick around just to talk about a couple of things leading up to the audition that we've been talking about for September 7th. So everyone else, thank you so much. We'll get back to you about who the selected dance representative will be. So thanks for your contributions to that. And I can't wait to see you in real human 3D form next week. Thank you.
Thanks, Heidi. Thanks, Brooklyn. Bye, everybody. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, the screen. So good. I think I'm going to stop the recording. No, because Regan had to go. So I'm going to leave it. Yep, there's a couple of people who are not here, so I'm going to let it run. Brooklyn, do you want to start talking about one of the things? And I can text my family who's bugging me real quickly.
Yes, I will talk about project proposals first. So for those of you who are enrolled in senior projects and junior projects, you will be getting an email from me Friday. And this email will be asking, because so if you've looked at your schedule, we meet every Friday. And your first assignment is due on the first day. So I want to make sure that you know that that's happening. So you'll get an email from me this coming Friday. So you'll have a week to do it. And seniors, you've pretty much already done this. Juniors, it'll be a new process for you, but it is pretty simple. What it is, and Heidi kind of already touched on this, is I will send you, or I will make the Moodle page public, and the assignment will be on the Moodle page, and you will post your project proposals. And essentially this is a proposal talking about what it is you're researching, what you're interested in working on for the semester with your project. It doesn't have to be detailed, because as we know, the details, they figure themselves out through the process, but it gives the auditionees a chance to know what it is that you're looking for and what you're researching throughout the semester. This will essentially be kind of like your first draft. That sounds weird because people will be reading it, so it still needs to be presented in a professional way. But then you'll see in the email and on Moodle the final draft to your advisor will be the following week. So September 3rd, the first Friday of classes, your first draft, which is for auditionees, will be due on Moodle. And you will get an email about all of this. And then Heidi also touched on this as well, that we are asking for in your project proposals that you talk about, and maybe you haven't decided yet, but if you're thinking about having physical contact slash touch in your pieces, that's something important for auditionees to know. And I think also it's important if you're not doing physical distancing, don't you think, Heidi? Even if you're not doing touch, if you're thinking of doing dancing within like 6 feet.
I think more information is better so people can make the best choices for themselves. You know, if you say we're going to stay 3 feet or more apart the whole time, put that in there. If you say we're going to have close proximity but not touch, put that in there. We're going to be climbing all over each other. It's going to be just a dog pile of people. We put that in there.
Yeah. And even if you end up not doing it, just maybe put it in there in case you're thinking about it. It just gives them more information about what they, so that we can keep ourselves comfortable and safe according to what we want as dancers. I think that's it for that. Do you have any questions? The Moodle page is not published yet, just so you know. It will be on Friday.
But you can be thinking about, again, first draft. It should be legible, but Brooklyn will help you dig into it, and your mentors will help you dig into it more. But just like a couple sentences, I'm imagining a small group piece about water, or I'm going to do clogging. No, I'm not. Can't do that on Marley, but I'm going to do clogging outdoors for Film Fest, or, you know, something like that. Whatever it is, your starting place at least. Because then the dancers will be there for the journey on how it evolves and develops. You won't have to explain that. They'll be there for that, but at least your starting place.
And for those of you who are not choreographing for dance up close, you still need to do this assignment. So you will still be sending in your project proposals on that Friday. Bye, Noelle. Great. No more questions?
Bella.
I don't know if you said this, but or if you know, do we have any limits as far as how many people we're allowed to have?
That thought has crossed my mind, but it didn't make it to the list yet. There might be, but we don't know yet. I would say it's more about thinking about the performance and shared opportunities than necessarily the rehearsal process. In the past, sometimes we were more worried about the rehearsal process than the performance, but we're not too worried about the space that we have and how many bodies we can put in it. We're not worried about that right now, but thank you for asking. Brooklyn, let's make sure to decide. So this will be part of the conversation that we have on Thursday with the rest of the dance faculty, and then we can let you know. Thank you for asking.
I guess something to consider with that question, Bella, is if we do say it's unlimited, just be open to the possibility of something happening. Yeah, I think it's great if there's lots of people, but just be open to the fact that maybe we have to bring it down at some point. Or yeah. And the same with physical contact. At some point in the semester, we might be like, oh, can't touch each other anymore. So just have that in the back of your minds when you're choreographing.
Yay. And also, I didn't have this on the list to talk about, but I think it's a good time to just throw it out there. Production element wise, for dance up close, seniors, that you can consider your piece a, I don't know the proper term, but basically a fully designed piece. And juniors, think of this as a stepping stone to that fully designed piece, which if your senior project is also choreographic, then you would have all the fanfare. You're still going to get to work with a lighting designer, juniors, but you might have like a limit on how many light changes or lighting cues there may be. Costumes, rather than saying the world is your oyster, pick anything you want, we're going to say pick anything you want from the dance carts that already exist. Because Brooklyn and Paula and I worked on those those over the summer, and they're amazing and they look great. And there's so many options on there. And then with props and scenery, seniors have the possibility of saying, can you build me a floating staircase that comes down like this and it's purple, and we can see what we can build. And juniors, it will be, what do they call it? Pull or purchase. So things that we already have in stock that are maybe living out in the fort or are on deck here in the building. Absolutely. But we just don't have the human resources or financial resources to be building everybody's everything from scratch. But definitely ask for it and see. We have incredibly creative people who can say, oh, that floating staircase. Well, I can't build it from scratch, but we have this other staircase and we have a can of spray paint. Well, this will be pretty close, and I love watching that process, actually, of that creative problem solving, making stuff out of nothing. Oh, that's what we do. Choreographers, we do that, don't we? It's so good. So just wanted to plant that seed. Are there any other dance up close things, Brooklyn, that we have for these lovely folks?
Run through, but if you don't have any questions about the proposals, I think Hannah, you could leave if you want, or you can stay.
Either one, yeah. We just want to also talk about Run Crew.
Yeah.
Yes. It is our hopes, plans, dreams, and desires. Thank you, Hannah, to integrate this more fully and normalize it as a spring of freshman year or sophomore year experience. I think second year is kind of the magic spot for it. But for a number of reasons, for the past 5, 6, 10 years, I swear it hasn't always been this big of a problem, but there's just been a lot of things stacked up against us that have made it difficult to commit to this Run Crew piece of your degree. And I'm speaking it from faculty. We haven't known where to put it. So, but here we are with this group of people. You need to get it done this year. That is true. The options that are making themselves visible right now that I can see, and I've talked to Jason and I talk about it periodically. If you were to do Run Crew, you can do Run Crew for dance up close and choreograph, but it's too much to also be a performer in the show and be on Run Crew and choreograph. The 3 is challenging to be changing, not just changing in and out of blacks and getting backstage, and in and out of your costume, but the mentality of getting performance ready versus ready to sit in the dark shadow and support someone else's work is a hard transition and time consuming and stressful and dangerous at times when we don't get to rehearse these transitions properly. So yes, you can do Run Crew for dance up close if you're not planning to perform. So maybe you're really dedicating your focus to your piece and all of those elements. That's great. You can do Run Crew. If you want to perform and dance up close, then the next best option that is visible is waiting till the spring. And concert is happening mid-semester. It's in March. And then there's a musical after that that will close out the season, close out the semester. The title of that is She Loves Me. You could be on Run Crew for She Loves Me, and it would not interfere with pre-existing performance commitments or opportunities. Because I really don't want you to do concert. We want you to dance in concert as much as you possibly can, especially if it's your last show here, last big show, and we didn't get on the Montana last year, like a whole lot of things. So, but if you have a lot on your plate in the spring and you think performing in one piece in concert sounds perfect, then you could do Run Crew for concert. But if you want to do more than that for concert, you should do Run Crew for She Loves Me and finish out your college career in your black sweatshirt and black pants and black socks sitting in the shadows of another show. It'll be fun. It's going to be a musical. It's going to be hootenanny. There's probably live music, lots of costume changes. You'll be like pushing a barn or whatever the scenery is. I don't know that musical, but I guess it's really popular. So it should have good audiences, all that good stuff. It's different than what we initially sent a couple weeks ago because I was wrong. So does this help to talk about it a little bit? Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I would think because we're having 2 separate auditions for dance and concert, I would make that plan now. Because if you decide to be in a dance and concert piece now, and then the guest artist audition happens, but you're already set to do run crew for dance and concert, you won't be able to accept that. So I would make the decision now, be like, but musical, because you don't want to put yourself in that position.
Right. And that doesn't mean you have to tell us right now, but like this week would be great because if you are going to do it this semester, we need to let Jason know because he's the one that organizes who's where, when, and how. And he needs to reserve a spot for you because since there were less productions in the past year and a half, therefore less run crew opportunities, they're full. But knowing that you're a senior trying to graduate this year, he will make room for you, but not if we ask later. He's not going to have mercy for it. If we ask now, he'll say yes. So think about it and then
So
look at
Dance Up Close is this semester and Dance and Concert is next semester. And so if you're going to be in run crew this semester, you can't dance in Dance Up Close, only choreograph in Dance Up Close.
Correct.
Cool. Just making sure I have it right.
Yep. But you could very likely be in rehearsal processes, other people's work all semester. It's just that the performance isn't until the spring if you're in concert pieces. And you can still do film fest, you can still make a dance for camera or be in other dance for camera pieces. So it's not like you're not dancing this semester. That's not the case at all. There's a lot of performance and rehearsal opportunities. Yeah. It's kind of a lot to wrap your mind around. Just why hopefully we'll just have sophomores do it and be done with it before they're like so entrenched, in everything. Chloe.
I just want to clarify. So I'm doing a teaching project for my senior, but I can still only be in one piece if I do run crew, correct?
Correct. You can perform in one piece and do run crew for Dance Up Close. That's exactly right.
Perfect.
Okay. Good. Okay. We just wanted to, as close to face talk about it because it's easier than email, even though we're sending out the emails. So think about where your questions are and then connect with either Brooklyn or me, and then we'll get that. If it's for this fall, if you decide to do it this fall, we need to get that information to Jason. And if we're not doing it till the spring, I feel better knowing about it, that Brooklyn or I know about it, and then we'll connect with Jason before that class fills up in the spring. We'll just have that in the bank ready to go. Yay. Okay. Thanks for hanging on to the long Zoom meeting, you guys. You did it. Thank you. It's going to be so good dancing next week. Thanks in advance for helping us tape the floors. Bella's taped the Marley floors in there before, haven't you? Yeah, she's an expert. Got an expert on her hands there. Rummaging through old costumes. It'll be fun. Oh, and Sophie, some costume pulls that you did last year when you're in the shop. We're just offering some of that stuff to the dancers before we send it off to Secret Seconds. Because they're dance clothes, we know you don't want to wear them on stage, but do you want to wear them in class? Yeah. Do you want to wear them as pajamas? Yeah. Yeah, I do. So you should get first pick. Okay. Great. Well, if you don't have anything for us, then go about your way and have a beautiful Tuesday evening.
Heidi, I have a quick advisey question if you don't mind.
I also have a quick advisey question.
Okay.
I don't. So goodbye.
Okay, I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to say bye, Bella. Okay.
If I hang out because I'm new to advising.